Have you ever wondered where all the nations of the world began? You will want to stick around to find out because there is a powerful message hidden in these names. Welcome back to my channel, and today we are diving into the 10th chapter of Genesis on our Genesis series, also known as the Table of Nations. At first glance, it may seem like just a list of names, but don't be fooled. This chapter is filled with the history, significance, and a message that speaks to all of us. Stick with me because there is something God reveals through this chapter that ties us all together. You won't want to miss it. So let's first dive into the reading of chapter 10, then we'll get to the explanation. The reading of chapter 10 starts with title, The Table of Nations. This is the account of Shem, Ham, and Japheth, Noah's sons, who themselves had also sons after the flood. The sons of Japheth: Gomer, Magog, Madai, Javan, Tubal, Meshach, and Tyrus. The sons of Gomer are Shekenas, Riphath, and Togarmah. The son of Javan: Elisha, Tashish, the Kittites, and the Rodanites. From these, the maritime people spread out into the territories by their clans within their nation, each with its own language. The son of Ham: Cush, Egypt, Put, and Canaan. The son of Cush: Seba, Havilah, Sabta, Rama, and Sabteka. The son of Rama: Sheba and Dedan. Cush was the father of Nimrod, who became a mighty warrior on the earth. He was a mighty hunter before the Lord. That is why it is said, like Nimrod, a mighty hunter before the Lord. First senders of his kingdom were Babylon, Uruk, Akkad, and Calneh in Shinar. From that land, he went to Assyria, where he built Nineveh, Rehoboth, Ar, Kala, and Resen, which is between Nineveh and Kala, which is the great city. Egypt was the father of the Ludites, Anamites, Lehabites, Nephites, the Perizzites, the Casluhites, from whom the Philistines came, and Kephtorites. Canaan was the father of Sidon, his firstborn, and of the Hittites, Jebusites, Amorites, Girgashites, Havites, Archites, Sinatites, and Avadites, Semarites, and Hamathites. Later the Canaanite clans scattered, and the borders of Canaan reached from Sidon towards Gerar as far as Gaza, and then towards Sodom, Gomorrah, Admah, and Zeboim as far as Lasha. These are the sons of Ham by their clans and languages in their territories and nations. Sons were also born to Shem, whose older brother was Japheth. Shem was the ancestor of all the sons of Eber. The son of Shem: Elam, Asher, Ephasact, Lud, and Aram. The son of Aram: Uz, Hau, Gether, and Meshach. Ephasact was the father of Shelah, and Shelah the father of Eber. Two sons were born to Eber. One was named Peleg, because in his time the earth was divided. His brother was named Joktan. Joktan was the father of Almodat, Shelef, Hazamaveth, Jerah, Hadoram, Uzal, Dikla, Obal, Abmeo, Sheba, Ophir, Havilah, and Jobab. All these were sons of Joktan. The region where they lived stretched from Mesha towards Sephar in the eastern of hill country. These are the sons of Shem by their clans and languages, in their territories and nations. These are the sons of Noah's sons according to their lines of descent within their nation. From these, the nation spread out over the earth after the flood. May God bless the reading of His Bible. So we have read from Genesis chapter 10 from the verses from the first verse to the last verse. So let's get into the explanation. So verse 1 to 5 shows us the descendants of Japheth. Japheth's descendants are the nations that spread out to the coastlands and islands, places we now associate with Europe and part of Asia. Even though these names may not sound familiar, they laid the foundation of many ancient civilizations. So now here's the twist. These names may seem like ancient history, but they are part of our story too. We all came from somewhere, and our origins shape who we are today. Think about your own family history. Where do you come from? What story have been passed down? These stories matter because they remind us that we are part of something bigger. And there is more. Keep listening, because what happens next ties all of the nations together in a way that impacts us even now. Because from verse 6 to 20, we now hear of the descendants of Ham. Ham's descendants include Cush, Egypt, and Canaan, names that will show up again throughout the Bible. These are the roots of powerful nations. But remember, Ham's action towards his father Noah resulted in a curse on Canaan. This moment echoes through generation, showing us that our action today can ripple through the future. Think about that. How do your choices today affect not only your life, but the lives of others around you? Every decision has a consequence, sometimes reaching further than we ever expected. But here's the deeper part. God doesn't leave things broken. Even in the midst of the curse, He continues His plan, bringing redemption in a way we don't expect. Stick around to see how this all connects. Because from verse 21 to 31, we now hear of the descendants of Shem. Shem's descendants are the ancestors of the Semitic peoples, including the family line that will lead to Abraham and eventually to Jesus Christ. Through Shem, God's promises begin to take shape in ways that will change the course of history. This is where things come full circle. What started with one family expands into nation, and through those nations, God begins to unfold His plan for salvation. Think about your own legacy. What are you building today that will impact the future? Sometimes the smallest acts of faithfulness create the biggest changes down the line. And here's why you want to stick to the end, because this chapter set the stage for the entire biblical story of redemption, a story that includes you. So here's what you don't want to miss. Genesis 10 isn't just about ancient names and places. It's about you. We are connected by history, by choices, and by God's plan. These nations may seem distant, but their story is part of our story, and God's hand is in every detail. Thank you for staying with me through the Word Unlocked as we continue our journey through Genesis. Remember that your story matters, your choices matter, and you are part of something bigger than yourself. God's plan is unfolding, and we are just getting started. Join me next time as we dive even deeper. There is so much to uncover in the Genesis series.